The tradition continues. So, yeah, I unfortunately didn't realize this until time of actually uploading the video, but yeah, I had microphone issues towards the end of the Terra mission and into this one as well. Thankfully, next part was a new recording session, so that videos after this will be fine. He says, trying to, you know, just make sure I am fine myself. So you got my post commentary for this one. So here I make a slight error because I really should have not put the engineering facility there, even though this will be an engineering base, and I think that's what I'm explaining there in my way. But I really should have put a radar station here because we're getting to the stage of being able to manufacture interceptors. I could have traded one over, made an interceptor at the previous base, and basically had two fronts to go from. I think at some point in this video I also get the recruits in, so hopefully by this stage I have a stack of people who have volunteered from earlier videos and you will all be part of the XCOM Topper base. I don't know what I'm going to do with the third and fourth bases at this stage. Maybe I'll go legends of previous XCOM campaigns in one of them. I don't know. We'll see. I'm kind of liking having a complete cast of new people for this Let's Play. It feels like a good way to do things. But we'll see. We'll see. There's still plenty of Shadowhawks. And here I'm best basically looking to see what I can equip, but obviously with 8 days still to go, there's nothing much I can do there. Here I'm also going to sell off all of the mutant weapons, I believe, plus anything else I can grab. Because we're a long way away from getting to plasma tech, so it's just money in the bank. I am slightly concerned that we're going to have high maintenance costs coming up soon because of all the scientists and things, but we are buzzing through research and development right now. We just need, you know, to not encounter the hybrids, which are causing us to have real concerns because we don't get alien alloys, we don't get Illyrium, and we don't get alien tech from them, and that currently is causing us a bit of a financial squeeze. We really need sectoids, floaters, and things to start appearing a little more in earnest. Improved Sky Ranger. So this has the capacity of 16. So we can throw a lot more soldiers at this. And we can also put entire team of the Cult of Steve if we really wanted to. So here we're just looking to finish up things. I'm probably going to go through a few more of the corpses at some stage. But for now, improved interceptors, because sooner or later we're going to need those to start being able to deal with the bigger ships. So far we seem to be okay, and even in the previous games you were usually okay if you could get the weapons high enough. Once you got to laser and plasma cannons you were fine. I think I made a comment here about the red lettering, because I happen to... If you do stuff on the 20th or whenever it does an autosave, it just comes up with demonic red text, which I had the vague opinion in one of the videos, I don't know if it was this or the previous one, where they were trying to implant subliminal messages into me. By the way, that looked like a battleship. This is not a battleship. A battleship would be very good for us right now because that, you know, that would give us a lot of resources. But in the meantime, we are going to equip the people, move some rookies to the front of Mac. Oh, and name some soldiers, of course, because we must still name soldiers. I do have a list which I kind of update before and after recording sessions, or when I realise I'm running out. And yeah, it saves a little bit of time than me thinking about it. Also, I'm trying to do one per series heading backwards, so most recent to oldest, as you're probably aware. And plenty of references here. So Hawk is Advanced Wars 2. Orpheus was my Persona 3 portable run, which was mostly on Twitch, but I did transfer most of the videos across. Here we have Bloodbane Shadowhawk, who is my wizard from Baldur's Gate 2. If I had got around to finishing the 1.5, then maybe I would have continued that properly. I might still do that at some stage. Maybe I'll get myself restarted on Baldur's Gate 2 as a live stream series or something. It's potentially possible. And finally, Chroma Squad, Little Debbie. Yeah, Chroma Squad is a great little game. I love that game, actually. It's everything I like, you know. Cheesy references to 90s TV shows, of course, but also just good tactical RPG gameplay. And, of course, giant robot battles. Who doesn't love giant robot battles? And, yeah, mostly equipping the armor because ever since a certain playthrough of this game, the one that most of you would have watched if you've been on this channel any length of time, we had base attacks from basically the 8th mission. Our base got attacked, and since then we're doing all the preparation we can. That's why we have a large stack of weapons at home, and here we go. We're just going to go and quickly grab a couple of new rookies to join out the missions. With promotions only being when they're on missions, this is the only way they can be promoted. Well, they need to do this anyway to become squaddies. But it also means that it's cycling soldiers is a little more important. So here we're going to get rid of one of our captains and bring another squaddie into this. Councilman of YouTube, who is currently our best sniper right now. Or he's about to be. I don't know. I'm a few videos in the future. But no, he was the guy who got the alloy sniper rifle, the specialist one that we got, the tactical one, and he's been doing reasonably well with it. I think he's our most accurate soldier at some point. I don't know whether it's this video or the one previously, but I did go through quite a lot of the medals and the achievements of various people. So, onwards to Crash Site 5, Crash Recovery. So, usual equipment shenanigans, get everybody up to the weight allowance as high, or get as high as possible in the weight allowance category. It's strength training ultimately, and sometimes that's going to be relevant. If they can have a few more strength points, they can gain access to the heavier weapons, and we want everybody to eventually have heavy plasmas. Long time in the future, of course, but... And Councilman of YouTube, we don't have your sniper rifle, so you instead have a heavy cannon. Which I'm sure you will do fine with. It'll be fine. Do I give... Actually, no. I'm debating. I don't know whether I do or not. Jack Boyd with his minigun. We love that minigun. That minigun means the world to Jack Boyd now that we got the full-size one and he can actually use it. It is his one true love. He also doesn't like to move anymore. I've noticed this with my sort of positioning. I'm over in the ship. He's the one who just stands on top of the ship, by the back door, and just kills things. Okay, so I remember this. No damage. All of those shots. Damage 0. This is when I finally worked out that these guys are absolutely worthless. If they had alien weapons, yeah, there'd be a problem. They just don't, and they don't even have good human weapons. So, here we go. I'm just debating things here. Let's see if I can make the shot from up top, because if I can, awesome. I can't get the line of fire there, which is fine. We'd send out Waffles, but we don't want to risk Waffles right this moment, because Waffles is one of the few things they can probably actually hurt with these guns. See, 2 more shots, no more damage. And Hawk earns his kill. Meanwhile, because human weapons apparently have a really high refire rate, or a really low time unit cost, they're getting their shots in. However, Rose has a minigun. Unfortunately, it says no line of fire, and by the time you've done that, we can't shoot with that. So, no weapon. Move the dog out of the way, and we bring Orpheus forward with a shotgun. Yeah, it's technically long range, but they're close enough that it's probably going to be good enough. One down. And we try this as well, because why not? Didn't work out this time, but hey. It's not as if they can actually do a lot to us. It's kind of depressing in its own way. Alright, Councilman of YouTube comes down. It goes for a snapshot. 44% accuracy. Earns another kill. Yeah, these guys are really, really bad. Oh, dear. Jack Boyd, in his traditional place. Unable to shoot things, however. But yeah, that spot is Jack's. He can't actually go down because we've put a person in the way. So, Shadowhawk forward. And again, we're going to go for some sniper shotgunage because we've learned from Doom. Apparently not. Manny fits. Forward. And we'll have a go with Manny. And I managed to shoot the spot just in front of it. Because that's where I happen to be aiming. Which, you know, my fault. I sped that up too much. But it does happen reasonably often with this game. Here I'm just debating what I can do with rocket car spreadsheets. But really it's just a case of setup. I'm not convinced they can do any significant damage to us. I mean, as it turns out, I'm fairly sure one of them has an RPG. As we get some RPGs after this mission that I noticed, I don't remember any of these having them. But we move Waffles to safety, and we, I believe, end the turn here. Just ducking the two of them down, just in case we get reaction fire, or it just gives them a slightly smaller target, decreasing the chances of things. So, Waffles advances. And from that, we look at Manny Fitz and go, boom. Another shot in the back and another mutant hybrid down. So, Link from the NES timeline moves up. Can't really do much. Hawk has already made his shot. I really need to reload him here. Which, yep, I do. Done. And here we see the Councilman of YouTube has found another thing that we need to vote on. He voted to survive. We voted to kill him. It's currently deadlocked, but we'll see how we arrange it or how I feel at the time. Does mean, however, that Rocket Car Spreadsheets can continue to be the most accurate soldier in XCOM because he's the one who has the sniper rifle. And we move Rose up. Unfortunately, not able to minigun things at this point, but maybe soon. And here I just decide, well, we're moving into fog. We should be fine. Or smoke at least, not fog. Should be fine. They can't really damage us anyway, so... advance and see what happens. But here's where it kind of... yeah. It kind of emphasizes that we really wish we were fighting floaters at this point, or, you know, sectoids or something. Can't do much with Jack at this point, so we just move him outside. Move him out of his comfort zone a little bit. And, yeah, I believe that was a rocket at Waffles. Jack Boyd does not like people shooting at Waffles. So Jack Boyd uses his favourite thing in the world to destroy the attacker of Waffles. Fortunately, we don't have a backup minigun here, except that we do. Unfortunately, Rose is not as accurate with it, if accuracy is the right word with a minigun. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. And thus, the job comes down to Manny Fitz. Survived one hit, did not survive a second, and that is another hybrid down. Again, really, it's just a case of find enemies at this stage. Hunting rifles, they're just not good enough. Now, there is a variance in XCOM. There is a chance they can do up to double the damage rating or down to 0, because the way it works in this game. Also, Waffles has taken some damage. For some reason didn't check it, but yeah, Waffles has taken some damage. Orpheus forward, fires a couple of shots off, gets the hits, does not actually kill though. Move Manny Fitz out of the way and see if we can have a shot with Rocket Car Spreadsheets. We can. It kills. Captain Shadowhawk of the Sunless Sea Finds another alien. Not much I can do with that, unfortunately. Run Waffles to cover. Here I briefly entertain the notion of firing the thing from here. Oh, maybe I do that. Yeah. Okay. I'm sure I hadn't done that there because obviously the Sky Ranger is above us. So we decided to have a go from there. Here's where, of course, the problem of grenade launch comes in. We're underneath a load of trees. Because I correctly identified the Sky Raider as something that was above us, but of course there's a tree line as well. Alright, counts someone of YouTube, takes a shot, hits a tree. End turn, and they're continually shooting at Waffles. Probably the only thing they can actually hurt. And in a purely objective sense, we can replace Waffles. No, we can't replace Waffles. Nothing can ever be replaced. Here I go. I actually finally checked to see if he's taking any damage. He did lose 4 hit points, but didn't actually do that. But yeah, Waffles we buy for 10,000. With hybrid corpses, we get for 10,000. Therefore, by getting revenge on whoever kills Waffles, we make our money back. And in fact, can replace him with 2 Waffles. Thus, there is no victory for them. There is only Waffles. So here I think I decided just to auto-fire it anyway on the hybrid, so just mill through some terrain. As it turns out, didn't work. So, move on to what I did. I should have done first and just gone there. Hawk has a quick check, but again, there are trees above us, so that was probably not a good idea. Yeah, I'm still trying to shoot through trees. Yeah, for some reason I'm thinking it's the range here, but past Shadowhawk is being an idiot. Alright. As I say though, it's not really too much of a problem in this sort of scenario and mission because these guys just cannot do enough damage to us. Jack Boyd has not had enough things killed with his minigun. Therefore, he goes off to find more things to kill with his minigun. He has identified thing. And this Hawk may be able to kill. Am I finally going to check? Oh yeah, trees. What do you know? We could shoot for trees, but that would be it. And finally we have an NAS timeline link who gets to the end and has a shot. Or has a few shots. 17% accuracy. Gets a hit but no kill. Alright, attack dog Waffles. Advances. And end of turn. So here they have another few shots at us, but yeah, as far as I can tell, they did no damage. Jack Boyd has a minigun. You no longer have a life. The balance is redressed. So yeah, I think we just need to find the last one now. So this is me just moving Rose and just seeing if there's a possibility of getting a minigun kill for Rose at this point. So I can't see anything. I decided to move Waffles out just to see if we can identify it. There we go. And now Rose can get a minigun kill. I don't know those miniguns going to be expensive in the long run, but hey. So stat-wise, plenty of strength boost, good hit point boost for a few characters as well, some accuracy boost floating around. Only Captain Shadowhawk not getting any stat boost because he wasn't able to do a lot this mission. But no bravery increases or reaction increases to go for there. So, this is where I now decide to just buy some light gun, some ammo that we're missing, because we're actually out of a few things, like machine gun clips and a few other bits and pieces. We have 2 million in the bank, but we will have... Oh, I also decided to buy a heavy machine gun. I figured we haven't got one yet, so why not? Which is fair, which is fair. We're getting characters who are now in theory strong enough to use them, so... And some more general purchases. And again, some of these are more considerations for base defense, especially the high explosives. I mean, the best base defenses are the ones where you basically leave the base uninhabitable because of all the explosion damage, and then make them wish that they had never ever come there. Also buy some rifle clips, because we're still using base rifles, but we are now starting to run low on standard ammo. I think I was debating getting a tank at this point. Also need to see what the tank scout is, although from smoke pellet I imagine it doesn't actually do anything. Yeah, here we go. So I actually buy a new member for the Cult of Steve, the rocket tank. Rocket tank has been a faithful friend in the past. Oh, also we're out of interceptor missiles. Can't have that, so there we go. We're still going to be using those for a fair amount of time, I feel, so... At least until we can get up to laser and plasma cannons. HWP rockets, Stingray missiles. So interceptors are now loaded, primed, and ready. Speaking of which, improved interceptors. So I believe I split things up and start going for alien biology. Yeah, start splitting things up. Largely because I want to try and complete a few of the more basic techs. And this, I don't know whether this is faster, but it's what we're doing. So we can now build a Raven, we just need more extra storage space, and that will happen once we get things going. Alloy sword, 50 melee. And the alloy sword as well. Allen Knife is also 50 melee, interesting. It's the same thing, but doesn't have the strength bonus attached for as the sword did. So here we start looking for our first bit of actual alien weaponry that we're going to start using for Toxigun. And here is the hangar. So huzzah, we can now get something done. And clearly what we do after building the first hangar is build a second hangar. Because this is going to be basically a military base as well. We are going to need a third. So that gives us what we're making, Interceptor and Sky Ranger. I think that's kind of what I'm explaining here. Hopefully, once we get enough engineers at that base, we'll be in a position to properly build everything out of that base. So General Stores is now done. I think at this point we're just going to transfer over the Illyrium and the Avian alloys, because we're making new alien alloys at our current base, which is still a good idea, especially since we seem to have a glut of spaceships at this stage. Or rather, not a glut, a complete opposite of a glut. I mean, there's a lack of aliens in this alien invasion going on right now. So I decided to just split it up, send over 70 for some reason, just leaving 50 at base, and also send over about half the Illyrium as well. Not that we even need Illyrium for a lot of the stuff as well, but this also just means I have more stocks at our main base that are fine. This does backfire in a little bit, as you'll see in a moment, because I think I fill up the XCOM Topper base quite quickly. So here we're just buying stock, weapons, and whatever else. I should really have transferred a few over, but especially considering we've got alloy rounds and various other bits and pieces over there. My thinking here was just have the general stuff for the Sky Ranger, and then we'll build some alloy stuff to basically trade this back in. Yeah, we don't need too many large rockets, really. I'm surprised I didn't take the grenade thrower, though. And, of course, high explosives. You can't go wrong with 20 high explosives. And enough vests to just cover the initial team. Stack of electro flares. And do I just add some... Okay, 2 submachine guns, because those are quite useful. Oh, and a mini tank. Okay, Cult of Steve has 2 members now, although we are low on money, I'm just realizing. Or I think I'm realizing. No, I'm not realizing that at all. Somebody's going to have a heavy machine gun, and I believe we're going to buy ourselves a few extra rifle rounds. There we go. We've used up all the storage capacity already. But hey, the base does have enough stuff, and we'll be able to put some of that into the first Sky Ranger when we get that done. And are we selling stuff at this stage? I believe we want to be selling stuff. Yeah, so here I'm just looking at the quality of their weaponry based on the amount of cost it's got on them. Especially as we don't have a lot of corpses. So I sell 2 power sources, that's a $500,000 done there. And this will allow us to purchase ourselves a team of 15 soldiers. Who we will name from the commenters who hopefully have already commented. If not, then that's going to be a very boring team. So here I want to build a radar station, and even the small one's $500,000. We want to build the large if possible, because obviously wider area, a bit more cover. Sell the Illyrium, that's a good plan, briefly. But yeah, we don't really have anything that we want to do with this at this point. I'm debating the avalanche missiles, and in fact I actually sell those off, 87,000. And are we about, yeah, we're about to sell off all of the low-grade weaponry as well here. All of our smoke grenades. Those were valuable. Those were valuable. Sell off a... no, we decided not to do that in the end. Smoke grenades we definitely sell. I mean, smoke grenades do have their purpose, don't get me wrong, but I don't really like the things. And we're still going to be short on cash here. We badly need a couple of encounters with some actual aliens. I mean, sure, we'll risk death again, but on some level, we need it. So yeah, I'm 200,000 short of buying that, so I think I leave it. Consider that we're quite close to month end, and decide to wait. So here's all the stuff coming to XCOM Topper. At the very least, if the base gets attacked now, they have 2 attack dogs that can do the mission. Toxigun has been researched. Which is interesting, but of course we need the ammo, which I think we're about to research here. So we've actually gone reasonably well through the alien research tree at this point. Here are our XCOM Topper soldiers, who we will rename at some stage. All rookies, of course. The one thing this does do, because of the way XCOM does things, it does promotions based on the number of people you actually have. So we will have to be careful. Well, actually, I don't know. We'll be careful to not put too many more people on the mission that we can get away with here, because always the 10 who go on the next mission get promoted due to the numbers. And speaking of which, here's the next mission. So I sent both of them off. It doesn't actually make that much of a difference here. So Sky Raider goes off, end of the month. Let's see what we can do. Yep, realize I'm clicking XCOM Topper for a little bit, and here we go. I also haven't renamed these yet. I should rename the craft at some point. And again, tradition, we bring in 2 rookies, hopefully find somewhere good to use them. Obviously at the back's quite good, but I'm also debating here that having our certain minigunner at the bottom is a reasonable good plan. Yep, there we go. Captain to the bottom of the roster. Bearded Gaming Duck to the top. Oh, no, I thought I took him off. Alright, that's fine. So we're still 9-1. And next time, with live commentary, we hope, landing side 9. So, I will say, until we've equipped, and then next time.